What's going on, you beautiful peeps? Daily vlog number 5 till we main stage EDC. Thank you everybody that's been supporting this. What we got rolling today, guys. So we're officially in the 28 songs in 28 days challenge, dropping 28 songs in 28 days. Man, this is gonna be a challenge, but I'm excited for it. We're ahead of schedule. Shout out to everybody that's been, blasting everything on repeat. And really the daily cadence will pick up in about a week or so, because we started sending them, but then they don't drop for 7 to 10 days usually. So here within the week, we'll probably get to a cadence of me on posting on socials, new song today, today's new song. So busting my butt, building, it's working so far. And again, really the cadence hasn't picked up, but the 2 songs a week cadence we've been on has gotten us to 8,400 monthly listeners. We're about to hit that 10K, which is super exciting. And it's just, man, and I think we might get a K at 10K. I don't know, but it might be 10 point something K, which will be super cool. And it's amazing the things that we find gratification in, we find dopamine in, we find excitement in, we find reward in. And I think that's great, because of course there's a lot of popular ideas around not identifying with numbers and not putting all of our validation in external sources out of our control. The Stoics said that thousands of years ago, right? It's, internal validation is the most important validation. All that is true. And, we all need a healthy psyche and self-reflective reward system in terms of grading ourselves on the things in our control. Of course, once that foundation is there, I think there's nothing wrong with finding joy in what I call the little things. And that little K, if it happens, just an example, I don't even know if it happens, but if it happens, that little K to go from 8,394 monthly listeners to 10.1K monthly listeners, that little K, right? It's a little thing that represents a big thing, ultimately is external. Spotify could change that, right? But that means something to me, and that's exciting, and I'm driving for that, and I'm gonna look at it when it happens. I'm gonna smile, and it's gonna be a little hit of reward and motivation and ambition to go get the next thing, right? And I think that's perfectly okay if you have that foundation and that core value system that understands, obviously we have to focus on things that are in our control, because ultimately at the end of the day, that's all we can affect. So why focus on anything else, but on top of that, that's awesome. So I hope you have those little things that you're chasing, you're looking, the little things that represent the big things, right? The little steps that get to the big steps, the little steps that represent a big step. 10K monthly listeners is a huge step. That's 10,000 people that listen to at least one song this month. That's a huge thing, but ultimately, that K is a little thing, right? But it represents a huge thing. So hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. Hopefully that's a helpful or interesting idea to everybody who's chasing something. I hope you have those little things that, just get you on the hunt, right? Because obviously, motivation ebbs and flows, ambition ebbs and flows. And, we have willpower ebbing and flowing, right? And just because God has empowered me to attack this thing for the rest of my entire life, that guarantees that I'm never going to stop. Right? But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to have days where I'm a 1 out of 10 energy, 1 out of 10 fire, 1 out of 10 passion, whatever you want to, obsession, ambition. That guarantees I'll never stop. But on those 1 out of 10 days, thinking about that K might get me to a 3 out of 10. Right? So I hope you have those things on your journey where you have the foundation, you have your purpose, you have your faith, all those things, all the things that drive you, which deep down will never extinguish. On top of that, what are those little things you're chasing? Those little things you're like, that's nice. Ooh, I want that. I'm coming for that. I'm a couple steps ahead. Today, I got this little tiny thing that feels good, right? Maybe it's, for me, also sometimes it's a comment, right? Dang, this was an amazing comment. This is today's most meaningful win. This comment I got today, because I get 50 to 100 comments a day. This is the best one for today. And they said something, a song hit them in a way that nobody's ever really said to me. That's amazing, right? And that's my little thing that represents a huge thing, which is somebody really connecting with my music. So I hope you have those things. Comment what those things are. Connect with me on socials. DM me what those things are. I'd love to know what your little things are. Right now, that 10K is on the horizon. And I should know this, but I don't know. It might not even happen. But the idea that it might happen will be really cool. And that's super motivating. Sorry, guys. I got something in my eye, man. Jeez. In my eyes. But yeah, guys, thank you for all your support. What I got going on in life today. Going to go check out laptops. Hopefully my other laptop gets fixed, but if it doesn't, I got to be ready to get another laptop for work. That was something else I was going to talk about. I don't talk about work much. I never will, until I'm beyond, a job or employment, just out of respect for my employment and obviously, my professionalism. But it's okay to talk about work in general. And I do have a job. I have a full-time job. And I've shared before, I was a trainer. I am a trainer. I'm winding that down to focus on music, but I've had my health issues as well. But, I've always juggled a bunch of plates, and I actually find joy in that. I learned that is okay from Gary Vee, in terms of a thought that's kind of anti to a lot of obsessive thoughts, which is be myopic, attack one thing forever. You want to be world class in anything, you can only do that one thing. And I heard Gary Vee say, no. could my marketing agency be twice as big if that's all I did? Yeah, but I like making content. I like VeeFriends. I like, all these different companies I'm building. And I'm the same way. And so if you're struggling or you're chasing something, you're trying to figure out, do I have to go all in or these things? My path, and this isn't even advice, it's just sharing my path, which might connect with you or might help you, has always been to spin multiple things. Now, have I needed to take things off and stop doing things to focus on some levels? Man, my skin is itchy. What is going on? Absolutely. And did I do things that were low task, low labor, low value, like door dashing for 5 years when I should have done it for 2 years? Absolutely. So I look back at those times, I go, oh, I didn't have the courage to sacrifice some money in the moment to put more time on the thing, the vision, right? The dream, the big thing. So that's my mistake. I've actually over-indexed towards multiple plates, profit, today's money, safety, financial safety, right? Looking back, hindsight's 2020, I should have been more risky, more courageous. But at the end of the day, still today, I have real estate, music is the dream, but again, fitness training, my business, and marketing. My job in marketing. And so I'm spending a lot of plates, plus investing. I'm investing every single day, and that's not active. I'm not trading, but I have profit coming from that, and I study the markets, and I'm pretty, active in the sense that I make a new buy about once a week at least. So I'm spending time in the markets, not trading, not day trading, not buying, selling, just trying to make the best investments for the long haul. So I'm spending a lot of plates, even though music's the dream, and I'm shrinking it down little by little. But I'm not gonna leave my job to go all in on music, and so have some people burn the boats, Tony Robbins and all those things, absolutely. And man, those people are beasts, and I respect them. It's not me. And so hopefully that thought or those ideas are helpful and interesting to you if you're trying to figure out, like, man, what if I'll do it when this happens, or maybe I need to quit my job, or I can't do it because I have all these other things. At the end of the day, we make time for the things that are important. Right? Our calendar is an actual representation, a literal representation of what matters to us, because we all like to say these altruistic versions of what we care about. My family, my this, my that, my health, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at our calendars, and I say our because it's just human nature, right? We say one thing that sounds good, and we think we mean, or we hope to mean, or we want to mean, but our calendar is the actual reflection of what we care about, because that's what we choose to do, irregardless of what we say we care about. So if somebody says they care about their health, everybody says they care about their health. The person that's in the gym 10 hours a week, every single day, sauna, cold plunge, lifts, cardio, sleep, wearing a Whoop, doing all the things, their calendar shows, oh, this person invests 15 hours a day, a week on their health and fitness. That person, don't care what he says or she says, they care about health and fitness. The other person says, I care about my health, but then the last 3 weeks, they're averaging 2 workouts a week, right? And they're not sleeping how they should, and they're not investing time into it. Doesn't matter what they say, right? So at the end of the day, if you want to attack something, it doesn't matter how many things you're juggling, you will make time for things that are most important. I got this, I got this, I got that. Those things are important to you. That's why you're making time for them. If you want to chase this new thing, this dream, for me, it's music, whatever it is for you, this business, whatever it is, a new side hustle, you want to make your full-time. At the end of the day, you're going to have to simply invest time into that thing, and it's going to come at the expense of other things that are important, just not as important. And again, are you going to quit your full-time job? No. But are you going to cut out Netflix? Are you going to cut out, some friend time? Are you going to cut out, other, pickleball, other hobbies that are important at the expense of this thing that's more important? Everything's important. It's just a judgment of what's the most important, and our calendars show us what's the most important. So make that time, even if it's 5 minutes a day. You right now, you regret not doing that sooner. So don't let another day, week, month, year go by where you're like, man, I saw this video, I saw 100 other ideas like this, and memes and posts and quote posts of man, you're gonna regret not starting. And I did not start, and I regret another year of not starting. So hopefully this was helpful and interesting, guys. Hit that 10-minute mark. So I'm gonna go prioritize other things that are important to me. Song a day, you know, on all streaming. Keep streaming, keep it on repeat. Hit me on all socials. Let me know what connects with you the most. Let me know more of what you want me to make, what your favorite genres are. Give me inspiration. What are you listening to right now? And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Daily vlog 5 until we main stage EDC. Never stopping until then. See you in the next one. Let's go.